may mga weakness yung ating borders na gusto po natin pagpabuting pa. Kaya po kailangan talaga yung quarantine measures. Alam na naman, President, kung iuwi natin sila sa mga bahay, alam mo naman tayo mga Pilipino, exuberant. Ang hirap talaga mag-chat-chat talaga sa neighbor, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan. So, kailangan din po na kahit doon, pauwiin man sila sa bahay nila o man sila, we really need to enforce po yung strict quarantine. Yan lang po talaga yung ating paglaban dito.
Ang masabi ko, mami, actually, kung yung protocol sa bahay, hindi nasusunod yan, in a scale of 1 to 10, you may have a compliance of only about 4. Hindi talaga nasusunod yan.
The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. 3 groups in the Philippines have developed locally made ventilators to augment the supply needed to treat serious COVID-19 patients. That's according to the latest report of the Department of Science and Technology. To give us more details on the developments on these medical devices, we have Jen Calimon joining us live from Malabon. Good afternoon, Jen. So could you tell us which companies we're talking about?
Yes, Charles, since the DOST opened its application for locally made ventilator proposals, around 22 groups have submitted their intention of inventing an emergency ventilator which could be of great help in treating COVID-19 patients who have severe symptoms. So out of the 22 applicants, only 3 groups were given the go signal to develop their devices. These are the groups from the Technological University or Technological Institute of the Philippines, Don Bosco Technical College, and Neuron Mech Incorporated. Charles?
Right, so could you tell us the specific process that these groups had to undergo to create these DOST certified local ventilators?
Yes, Charles, this group underwent several stages of development. Some groups used different types of technologies such as additive manufacturing, 3D printing, and once they finalize their devices using high-quality materials, they will undergo rigorous set of tests in terms of durability, consistency in the performance, endurance of the device, and most importantly, Charles, its safety components.
All right, do we know when they intend to start production and or rollout of these ventilators, and how many are they expected to produce, say, within the year?
Yes, Charles, there is no timeline yet as to when this locally made ventilators will start its production. The inventors are doing this barely for about a year, and they have to undergo a set of tests first before its mass production. But the target date for its commercialization is by next year. Now, the DOST is still uncertain about that, about the number of ventilators to be produced this year. Again, their focus now is to test and develop the prototypes of the group. Charles?
All right, could you tell us whether these ventilators are set to be privately funded entirely, or is the government shelling out funds for these projects? And if so, how much funding do they stand to receive?
Yes, Charles, this project is fully funded by the government. The DOST is supporting the researchers and engineers in developing these prototypes. Now, as for the funding, TIP Group has received amounts or funds amounting to over 1 million pesos. Don Bosco's budget is 3.3 million pesos, while Neuron Mech Fund is 2.7 million pesos. So the total funds given to these groups is amounting to 7.1 million pesos. Charles?
New technology, always, of course, good news. But then could you tell us about these challenges that the groups have faced as they're attempting to produce these ventilators locally?
Well, Charles, for the TIP group, since they have started inventing their own emergency ventilators since June last year, one of the challenges really is the logistics. Since many businesses have shut down last year, they had a hard time procuring materials and supplies for their invention. But eventually, they managed to look for solutions for it. And also, they are grateful for the help of the DOST for making this project. Charles?
Definitely a step in the right direction. Thanks for that, Jen. That was Jen Calimon reporting from Malabon. The World Health Organization renews calls for vaccine equity as the COVID-19 death toll breaches the 3 million mark at a staggering rate. Let's watch this.
It took 9 months to reach 1 million deaths, 4 months to reach 2 million, and 3 months to reach 3 million deaths. Each one of these deaths is a tragedy. Last week, new cases of COVID-19 increased for the 8th week in a row. Deaths rose for the 5th straight week. Infections and hospitalizations among people aged 25 to 59 are increasing at an alarming rate. We have the tools to bring this pandemic under control in a matter of months if we apply them consistently and equitably.
The National Privacy Commission is encouraging the public not to click on suspicious links that they're tagged in on Facebook. This past week, a strange bug has been going around Facebook, causing hundreds of random accounts to get tagged in lewd videos and malicious links. NPC Public Information and Assistance Division's Chief, Roren Marie Chin, says anyone who felt violated by these mysterious tags may report the incident to their company's data protection officer or to the Privacy Commission itself. Chin adds that the Commission is still investigating these malicious Facebook clickbaits.
Kailangan pa po namin ma-verify kung yung pagtatag at pag-click mo dun sa notification ay talagang nag-harvest din po ng personal na information. If ito po ay nag-harvest ng personal na informasyon, personal data ng mga nag-click at nung notification, ay mahuhulog po ito sa jurisdiction ng National Privacy Commission at ng Data Privacy Act.
China is rolling out trials for its very own digital currency, which critics fear has the potential to undermine the dollar. Bloomberg Quick Take's Alan Wan finds out how this digital yuan experiment is going on in Shenzhen. Let's watch this.
Howdy folks, this is Alan. I'm here in Shenzhen to check out the city's latest digital yen trial. Even though this experiment in the digital currency is being rolled out in 10 cities across China, it's here in Shenzhen where it's the most ambitious. The government is trying to get people to register in order to win the right to download this QR code so they can actually get their funds transferred from banks into their accounts. And by doing so, they're eligible for big discounts. There's a concern, especially in the U.S., that this government plan to roll out a digital currency could undermine the dollar. But then you got Bitcoin enthusiasts saying that this could accelerate more broader usage of digital currencies. One user actually showed us how she was using it. She went into a Van Gogh convenience store, but when we got there, we noticed that the clerk didn't know about the 10% discount that the users can utilize. So it took a few minutes for that transaction to go through. So I think that if this experiment, if this currency is going to be successful, the government is going to have to try to promote awareness of all this.
Pretty much every merchant, every store, mom-and-pop stores, and even online, you can use WeChat or Alipay. This digital currency has a lot of work to do to compete with Alipay and WeChat Pay, because first is the number of merchants and also the discounts, because we already have a lot of tech giants, platforms like Meituan. So this digital currency, they have to offer really attractive and appealing discounts to make me spend it.
We're walking around all day trying to find shops that actually accept the ECNY. And I gotta say, it's few and far between. And it's not to say that it's going to be not accepted in Shenzhen. Maybe the fact is that the government is slowly rolling this out. Shenzhen is known as a city where they actually conduct a lot of experiments before they're launched nationwide. So I mean, that could be happening here as well, just to test out whatever teething problems there are for the digital currency before maybe it gets rolled out next year during the Beijing Olympics.
those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.